there's certainly a lot of truth in the idea that one small change can have a big impact on your life, right? How about one small thought? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about how one small positive thought can have a huge effect on your life in general, especially when that thought is in the morning, right? It can change an entire day. You know, string loads of these positive mornings together, loads of these positive thoughts together, and that can really transform your life in a massive way. You know, think about the process for a second. By changing your thoughts, you can change your habits, which in turn will almost certainly change your life. Just think about the simplicity of what's going on here. You know, it's not something that takes a long time to do. It doesn't take much effort to do. You know, maybe you've got to remind yourself to do it every so often, but how hard is that these days? You know, anybody with the most stupid smartphone can download an app and give you the reminder to have that specific happy thought in the morning, the positive. You know, you don't have to have a smartphone either, you know, just get a old school sticky note and stick it on your fridge door and somewhere where you're going to see it first thing in the morning. So starting your day off with a positive thought works because it can set the tone for the rest of your day. You know, when you wake up in the morning, it's so easy to get sucked into negative thinking. I remember as a kid, the first thing my father would do when he got up in the morning would be he'd switch on the radio. He'd switch on the news channel. You know, back then there was news only every maybe 3 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, so every 3 or 4 hours. And there was no good news, right? Not even back then. It was all negative. And invariably that early morning doom would affect my dad throughout the day. You know, he stopped that particular practice when he got older. The wiser he got, you know, I think he wised up a little bit, so that was good. But big changes, they bring big challenges, which means you have to manage what's going on in your own brain. And you know, I think this is where working on your mindsets really comes to the forefront, right? Changing your old mindsets that aren't serving you properly, replacing them with new mindsets that are a lot more productive. It's generally not something that is going to happen overnight, right? That's for sure. You know, there's always times in your life when something happens to you that kind of forces you into a change, or it forces you to make that change instantly rather than in the long term. But in general, change is going to take a long time. You know, think of it like turning a massive ship around. It's a process that takes a little bit of time. Think about it more as an evolution than a rapid change. So what does it mean to have positive thoughts in the morning? It could be any thought that brings you peace or joy or positivity. It could be a mantra that you repeat to yourself over and over again, a motivational quote that you have, a vision for what you want to become, right? A vision for the person that you want to be, a picture of your future self maybe. It could be something that you're grateful for, something, somebody in your life that you're grateful for. You know, everyone's got something that they can draw on for this kind of thing. It can be the same thing that you use over and over again. It can be different things. You know, the more things that you can think about that you're going to be happy about, the more positivity that you're going to see in your world in general, right? So look, whatever the positive thought is, whatever it is that you think of, just make sure that it's something that resonates with you and something that makes you feel good in the moment, and that's likely to carry on throughout the day. And it doesn't stop there, right? The more good that you see in things, the less room there is for thinking shite in life, right? You know, these small positive thoughts are going to help you to stay away from negativity. There's a lot of people who, they don't know any better than to spread bad news. You know, my dad was a very positive person in general, but do you think that when he was listening to the news in the morning that he kept that morning negativity to himself? You know, I doubt it. He went around going, you know, did you hear what the Russians are doing now? You know, have you heard what they're talking about doing in the schools, right? Did you hear what that gobshite of a Taoiseach said? That was one of the most important things. The Taoiseach, by the way, is the name for the Irish Prime Minister. So, you know, it's the same stuff that is wrapped up in different packaging. That's all it is, right? You know, the same shite, different people, different times. You know, there's never anything, as I said earlier on, like good news now. It's all bad news, and there's a lot of bad news spreaders out there, you know, people who have this in their heads and that's it. You know, so when you start your day with a positive thought, you're creating an energy that attracts positive events, positive experiences to your life, right, in general, right? And you become more optimistic and more resilient as a result. This is the attitude again, and it is an attitude. It's the attitude that makes it a hell of a lot easier to face any challenges and all challenges that are going to come your way throughout this journey. It's also the attitude that makes you motivated and keeps you motivated to make all kinds of positive changes in your life. I think this is essential when you're dealing with something that is causing you discomfort. You know, the discomfort of making those big changes, right? Now, another way to stay committed to your goal of getting alcohol out of your life, you know, not just stopping drinking alcohol in the moment, but getting it out long term, is just to surround yourself with positive and really supportive people. You know, find somebody, a friend or a family member who you can confide in and who's going to give you unfailing support for you on your journey. You need that. You know, joining a support group can also be incredibly helpful. You know, just make sure that you're going to be surrounded by other people who are taking a similar journey and have similar outcomes in mind at the end of that journey, right? So lastly, just, you know, taking these positive small steps from these morning thoughts can really help you with self-care, can help you to engage your mind and your body in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. And by taking care of yourself, you're showing yourself that you're worth the effort and that you're committed to becoming a better version of yourself. So there you go. It's a very, very simple idea. Begin your day with a positive thought. Like I said, it's a simple idea, but it's a powerful tool for putting you into that a frame of mind where you believe in yourself. You know, you're shifting your focus to the positive instead of the negative. You're looking at the future instead of the past. You begin creating a positive energy that is going to attract positive experiences in your life, and it helps you to overcome the challenges that are going to come your way. And remember that one small positive thought in the morning can really, really change your whole day. It can change the way you look at your day. So take that first step towards a better you and start your journey towards an alcohol-free life. And also, don't forget, we have a free course. It's available in the description below. It's absolutely free. It's called The Beginner's Guide to Getting and Staying Sober, I think it is. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.